keeps me going. Why do you fall asleep when you know that the stars are shining for you? Yeah, for you. But it never gets through. Don't you wanna ride the tide, the wave? There's nothing in this life to fear, but hey, it happens all the time. We worry about our mind when we've just got today. So live just for today. Why do you close your eyes when you know that the day is breaking? I'm lying next to you and I feel that the world is waking up a better way. Oh, can we take on the day? Hold on to the hour, this year, this day. There's nothing in this life to fear, but hey, it happens all the time. We worry about our mind when we've just got today. So live just for today. Stop pretending life could be much better than this. So see the sky, try to explain how the sun, the moon, the stars, and the universe is ours if you want it. Oh. I'm lying next to you and I feel that the world is up and away. Oh, can we take on the day? Don't you wanna ride the tide, the wave? There's nothing in this life to fear, but hey, it happens all the time. We worry about our mind when we've just got today. So live just for today. Live just for today. So live just for today.
And a good afternoon and a very warm welcome back to the Aberdeen Sports Village here in the northeast of Scotland. We're here live for day 2 of the Netball Europe U-21 Championships in association with Inspiresports and brought to you with the support of Aberdeen City Council and Aberdeen Sports Village. I'm Lynn Carpenter and I'll be leading you through the Under-21 competition here between Scotland and Wales. Earlier, we saw England take a commanding victory against host Scotland by 60 goals to 35. And this afternoon, we now see Netball Northern Ireland line up against Wales. In a moment, we'll take a look at the squads, but first, a reminder of how to play your part at home. Join the netball conversation here on Twitter at Netball Europe using the hashtag Netball Europe U-21. And please do keep up with all the action live and on demand. Head to the YouTube channel and subscribe for free. youtube.com/Netball Europe. Joining me for this afternoon's match is Karen Rowler, Executive Manager of Netball Northern Ireland and a qualified umpire. Welcome, Karen.
Thanks very much, Lynn. It's great to be here.
We'll, in a minute, have a chat with Karen and to get her views on the game ahead. But very shortly, the teams are getting ready to take to the court. So let me tell you who will be lining up for each of the squads this afternoon. For Northern Ireland, goal shooter Jenna Bowman, goal attack Emma McGee. Louise O'Neill stays at wing attack, and captain for Northern Ireland, Katie Johnson, is at centre. Wing defence, Chloe Howes, and goal defence, vice captain Hannah Adair. Goalkeeper Michelle McGee, and subs for Northern Ireland, Cartmill, Gibson, Hamilton, McCambridge and Moore. And today for Wales, they start with goal shooter Georgia Rowe, goal attack Chloe James. Bethan Dyke comes in at wing attack, and at centre Harriet Skinner starts. Loie Howe is at wing defence, goal defence Fern Davis and Christina Shaw, Cara Williams with the reserve, and Marie Aitken. So Karen, an exciting game this afternoon. Mixed results yesterday for Northern Ireland in their first run out against England. Looks like Northern Ireland have run the changes, so only starting with 4 of the 7 from yesterday. What's your thoughts?
I think starting with the shooting combination of Jenna Bowman and Emma McGee, who were strong physical presence when they played together yesterday on the court. I think that would have made Teresa Gillespie's head coach decision to start with them today. Also with Michelle McGee and goalkeeper, they'll be looking at Georgina Rowe's height for the rebounds in the circle, if we get any.
And of course you mentioned Georgia Rowe. She had an outstanding game for Wales yesterday. 50 from 51, 98% accuracy, and her one missed shot was actually in the first quarter, so a lot of things for Northern Ireland to think about there.
Definitely, it'll be something the coaches will have looked closely at last night, and Michelle McGee will be challenging from the start to ensure she doesn't get those shooting opportunities.
So here we are at the Aberdeen Sports Village, the first quarter about to get underway in the game this afternoon between Northern Ireland and Wales, and it's Wales' first centre pass. So Wales looking to feed Rowe under the post. And first shot miss there.
First shot miss, same as yesterday.
So Northern Ireland now wanting to get on the scoreboard.
Need to give strong offers.
That's good interception by Howe at wing defence for Wales. So into Bowman under the post. She'll get a second opportunity. So nervous start, both shooting ends today.
Northern Ireland getting a second chance to bring the ball back down.
So just not anticipating the sideline there, Northern Ireland. Wales get an opportunity now. James in at goal attack today.
Strong challenge by Katie Johnson there.
So Rowe made no mistake on that one. And score early part of this match, 2-0 to Wales. Good fast hands there between Dyke at wing attack and James at goal attack for Wales.
Confident shot to start there. Northern Ireland the chance to reset and feed into the circle.
Good hold there by Bowman, keep the defenders out.
Nervous start by the Northern Ireland shooters. They just need to settle down.
And we saw Northern Ireland run the changes yesterday, all 4 shooters on, all playing about half a quarter. Not clear perhaps who the favourite starting shooters are for Northern Ireland at this stage?
I think all 4 shooters are sort of fairly consistent, but maybe the starting today, Jenna Bowman and Emma McGee are both physically stronger than Clodagh McCambridge and Rachel Moore, so that presence in the circle against the tough feisty Welsh defence will be needed. They just need to relax on the shot.
So 3 minutes into this game and a 5-0 lead for Wales against Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland will be wanting to get on the score sheet here.
Good recovery by Jenna Bowman there after a challenge on the first shot. Great work by Chloe Howes trying to push the ball off the edge of the circle.
And Wales perhaps finding Rowe and shooting there just a little bit too easy.
Much more confident take there by Jenna Bowman, starting to settle now.
So keep your comments coming in on Twitter. Helen Dyke, we will just check. I'm not sure there is a problem with the streaming, but the technical team will just have a quick look. Bear with us and we'll just make sure we are going out live stream and it's not just Karen and myself you can hear. So first 5 minutes, Wales 7, Northern Ireland 2 at the moment.
Well read there by Harriet Skinner from Wales. Nice interception.
And Skinner, a relatively newcomer to the Welsh side. I think this was her first caps this weekend. So she'll be pleased with the start today.
Umpire just resetting that the goal shooter's out of play for a contact.
So Louis Howe been called. Distance. Good rebound by Bowman. She's able to play both ends of the court. We saw her in the goalkeeper as well as the goal shooter position yesterday for Northern Ireland.
Yes, she's versatile. I think she's more comfortable in the shooting end, but can do both.
So
nice pick up by Northern Ireland. Just need to keep the ball safe. It's just gone over a third. Needs to be touched in each third of the court.
So for these players out there, Karen, perhaps not playing regularly a lot of the time, this level competition, so this will be new to them. We were talking earlier about, the additional pressure that the live streaming brings. So although you're not consciously aware of it, perhaps in the back of the mind, it's an added dimension for these young players.
I think so. I think as well, as you say, not a lot of court time together, the girls, with the summer just over, obviously. Everyone after exams, heading off on summer holidays, coming back together. It's been difficult to get the squads together. I'm sure all countries will have found that, especially with the girls heading off to uni in September. So final week's preparation coming into the event. It's been a massive effort from the girls to all get to training. But as you say, the added pressure of the live streaming, they know we're here. As much as it's not their main focus, they will be aware we're here and that friends from home will be supporting them via it. So I think it's a great thing that they know, as not maybe everyone couldn't make it here, but they are supporting them.
And thanks to all our partners this weekend, including Inspire Sports, Aberdeen City Council, the Aberdeen Sports Village, and of course...
I know we have a lot of parents back home in Northern Ireland watching who weren't able to travel this weekend, so they're delighted.
And of course, huge demand here in Aberdeen. Venue sold out, so great support
Amazing.
From Netball, both online and here in person. Good hold by Davis. Wales finding the shooter perhaps a little bit easy then.
timeout called by Northern Ireland captain Katie Johnson at centre there. She's going to get some treatment from the physio. So we have up to a 2-minute injury timeout here.
So early days, we know, only 6.5 minutes into the game, but quite a gap already emerging. How is Northern Ireland going to grip this game and make sure that Wales aren't just going to run away with it?
I think they're going to, obviously, time out now. They're going to regroup, settle themselves, start again from now. Not look at the score difference, just claw it back 1 goal at a time. They're more than capable of doing that. So I think they just settle themselves, take the ball to goal and get back on it.
Okay, we seem to have some technical problems. Those of you who are trying to watch us live at home, please bear with us. We are getting our technical team to have a look. So in the first quarter here, at 6.5 minutes into the match, we have Wales on 11 goals, Northern Ireland on 3. Does it look like any changes to either squad at this stage? Probably not, surprisingly. Both Wales and Northern Ireland taking back to the court. So Wales again bringing the ball down. Good combination there between Adair and McGee for Northern Ireland. Working hard to try and resolve the live streaming picture issues, so please bear with us.
Good contest going on there between the Northern Ireland wing attack Louise O'Neill and the Welsh wing defence Lewis Howe. Accurate feed in there to Bowman at goal shooter, and she comfortably nets that.
A good rebound there by Chloe James. Picking up and slotting in for Wales. So perhaps just a little bit more discipline needed on the game at this moment in time. Quite a few contacts being called.
Yeah, the umpires are quite involved in the game at the minute. There's a lot of contacts being called, particularly on the Welsh defence. Northern Ireland need to not let that get to them. They need to play their own game.
So Bowman just undershot that one. Welsh defence picked it up. However,
footwork call on her. I don't think she's too happy about that. Umpire Tracy Lamb just settling it down with the Welsh wing defence. Deliberate obstruction.
Well read there, and good understanding between the Welsh goalkeeper and goal defence, Shaw and Davis. But both teams really struggling to keep control of the ball and bring it down court safely. There's a lot of turnovers on unforced errors. It's
not settled play from either team at this point. Both struggling to hold on to the ball.
So McGee has shot at goal for Northern Ireland, and that takes the score 5 Northern Ireland, 13 Wales.
It's a well-rehearsed centre pass there for Wales, straight from Bethan into Georgia Rowe. I think the Welsh wing defence may need to tidy up. Tracy Lamb's having another word with her. It's the second word, so she's going to need to settle down.
Yeah, I think that must be about the 5th or 6th contact Howe's now been pulled for at wing defence. Just needs to get a little bit more distance perhaps on her player. Good hold by Bowman. Take the ball relatively close to the post. And slots that one away. So as we enter the last 3 minutes of this first quarter between Wales and Northern Ireland, Wales currently in the lead, 13 goals to 6. Goal defence, Fern Davis from Wales contacted on McGee, who very calmly puts the ball in and brings the gap down to 6. Into Rowe again, towards the post. Slots that one away nicely. Bit of a wayward pass there by Northern Ireland.
Johnson just asking a bit much off O'Neill there to try and get on the end of that one.
So good passage of play by Wales, straight down the right-hand side here. And good front cut by Chloe James under the post. Nice pop to Rowe.
Accurate as ever under the post. She's great at getting that good position right under the post, so she's taking the high percentage shots all the time.
Good choice there by the Welsh wing attack. Bethan Dyke had the option of the front ball, but popped it over to Rowe under the post. And that takes the score nicely. Wales 16, Northern Ireland 7. We have just about 1 minute left in this first quarter here, the Aberdeen Sports Village.
Final ball from Northern Ireland is where the struggle is at the minute. They just need to settle down, think about the pass and put it in safely.
Good fast hands there by Davis for Wales. Rowe managed to get the rebound after a missed first shot and puts it away on the penalty. Wales have 20 seconds now on their centre pass. Back goal attack. James contacts. Northern Ireland will have to react quickly if they're to close this gap in this quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter here, with Wales on 17 and Northern Ireland on 7. So after only 15 minutes of the game, quite a big advantage to Wales, 10 goals. What would you think that the two teams will be thinking on this stage? Northern Ireland.
I think Northern Ireland will be looking to settle their players. I think they'll be saying 10 goals. 10 goals not a huge amount in netball. You know, bring it back 1 goal at a time. So if they set their stall out for the second quarter to try and pull back 2, 3 of those goals and build it up each time.
So let's see if we can go to the Welsh bench and just hear the feedback from the coaches to the players.
So what happened? Yeah, so where have you got to be? Yeah, half a step to the side. Okay, half a step to the side between the ball and the player.
I'm going on my outside arm there.
Yeah, but you've got to be a step to the side between the ball and the player every time. Okay, now's the time to cut it out. Just go on and put it into practice. On the centre passes now, we're just going to stay on your own, push them wide, and the centre's going to double mark.
I was on the wing attacking and the goal tap was in the circle, so I couldn't.
Don't worry about that too much. You still focus on that. Step to the side, because that will clean up your game. Okay?
They're always looking for that backline ball, aren't they?
Yeah. Chris, just make sure the movement is continuous. If she stood still, that means she thinks she's in a good position. So you need to move a little bit more and change that angle to confuse the space.
Just follow the music.
Yeah, so what do you do?
You're facing her, just stay static and jump straight up.
So Wales coaching team there very much talking to the players about the angles on the court, their positioning, creating space. Would you agree with that, Karen?
Definitely. I think it will be struggling to get the ball out of defence, but once it's in attack, it's going smoothly through from the centre court into the attacking third. So I think we should be talking to them to use the space on the court.
And Wales have made a substitution. They're bringing on Emily Holland into wing defence, and Northern Ireland, new goal attack joining the game. We see McCambridge coming on and McGee going to the bench.
I think Wales have recognised that former wing defence Lois Howe was causing a lot of contact, giving a lot of calls away. So it's nice that they've taken her off the court, let her watch, see what the umpires are looking for. An opportunity for another wing defence to come on and show what she can do. Clodagh McCambridge on at goal attack for Northern Ireland was accurate yesterday with 3 out of 3 when she was on shooting, so we'll see how she can do today.
And here we go, start of the second quarter in the Under-21 Netball Championships between Northern Ireland and Wales. Wales have a commanding lead at the moment of 10, but as you said, Karen, that's only 5 turnovers. And then Northern Ireland very much back in the game. And just having a quick look at the shooting statistics from the first game, we have really the go shooters in both teams probably shooting more dominantly, although Northern Ireland a little bit more balanced. All the players missing the odd 1 or 2 shots, so not quite as accurate as we saw yesterday for Rowe, but still 15 from 18, very, very solid.
It's very impressive, as I mentioned. She does take the high percentage shots under the post. I think that's probably the furthest shot out she's taken in the match so far. She backs herself well when she's under the post.
So Wales slot home a quick 2 goals to take their lead to 19-7 against Northern Ireland. And I understand that our live streaming technical issues have now been resolved, so I hope you are all back on and enjoying watching the game here in the Aberdeen Sports Village in Aberdeen. So a bit of a misunderstanding there between Shaw and Davis for Wales, because Northern Ireland sideline throw-in. Good take by Jenna Bowman. Puts a confident shot away. 19-8, Wales lead.
Very easy into row there. Very little pressure on the ball by Northern Ireland.
McGee seems to be hanging behind, staying behind the player with somebody of Rowe's height and ability. Not the right tactic,
I would be
perhaps.
expecting her to be moving around her a lot more as opposed to just standing off her. I'd be expecting her to put a lot of body contact on her and try to push her out, to get her away from those high percentage shots and the easy feed into her.
I suppose it's worth mentioning that McGee down there at goalkeeper for Northern Ireland, youngest player in the tournament here this weekend at only 15, but I'm sure she won't put her age down to anything. She's here in her own right, clearly, has a lot of potential in the future.
Absolutely, she's a tough girl, tough player, has excelled both in club and in training squads, so she's certainly earned her place here and her place in the start.
Wales gain possession, sideline to bring the ball back down court. That's good competitive netball from Northern Ireland centre, getting a turnover and giving them an opportunity, but not going to close the gap like that.
Bit of a rush of blood to the head there after that interception. Footwork call there now on the Welsh defence. It's a free pass to Northern Ireland in the circle. Quick hands between Katie and Clodagh. And Clodagh's first shot, and she scores. Nice, confident start from Clodagh McCambridge.
So 9 of the players here for Northern Ireland this weekend are eligible to be selected for the 2017 Botswana World Youth Netball Club, and 7 from Wales. So do you think that might make a slight difference? Clearly Wales have
a building block for them, and we'll see how they perform here. As you say, they lose 3 players, but the rest of them will be eligible to be selected. So hopefully this will give them an idea of where we're at the beginning of their training sessions.
So now 21 Wales, 9 to Northern Ireland. And very well read by the Welsh goalkeeper, Christina Shaw, putting pressure on Bowman.
Unfortunately, the umpire didn't play advantage on that there. It was a ball straight in under the post and pulled it back. Good hands by Bowman to bring the rebound in and secure the goal.
Wales forced to go back by Northern Ireland.
Much tighter defence from Northern Ireland there. Pressure on the feeding players as well as those in the circle. Again, fast hands between the Welsh goal attack and centre.
And that's a very confident shot again by Emma McCambridge. Came on at quarter time for Wales. Sorry, Chloe James, I should say. Those of you who are listening in.
Oh, unlucky Jenna Bowman. Did her best to hold the ball in play there. Just went out.
It's a bit of a perhaps scrappy start to this match, first half.
Yeah, it hasn't been as fluid as they would like it to be, I think, from either team. Handling errors, footwork errors.
So another opportunity for Rowe, which she'll get a second go at as a penalty. As we know, Wales had a tough game yesterday against Scotland, and although it was a score over double figures by the end of the game, it was a match that everyone here said didn't look like it was that big a gap.
Definitely not. It was a very close contest yesterday. I'm sure the Welsh have had some recovery to do last night in preparation for today. Injury called by the Northern Ireland wing defence. That's Chloe Howes. Should be getting some attention now. Seems to be an injury to the hand.
So a slight opportunity to regroup for Northern Ireland. So we still seem to be having a few technical problems. Apologies to everybody. Donna Brady, thank you. The advice is if you're watching it on the laptop, there are problems. However, if you have an iPad handy, it seems to work on there. So thank you for that advice. Jules, I know you're still struggling, but perhaps that might be something to try just while we try and sort the problem out this end. Thank you all for your patience. It's very much appreciated. So back in 2013 at the World Youth Netball Club, Wales finished in a very credible 6th place, Northern Ireland in 13th. So what kind of competition has this under-21 age group had for Northern Ireland since that period of time over the last couple of years?
Well, over the last couple of years we haven't ran with an under-21 group, so those players would have moved on to our open squad, and then the younger players would have fitted into the under-19 group section. So this is the first time we've had our under-21s back together. So like I say, this is them starting to move forward now to qualification for Botswana.
So certainly all to play for both of these teams. And some of our netball experts will know that the International Netball Federation, INF, have changed the way in which the under-21 competition is run now. So it's moved from a first past the post in terms of who can enter to actually having regional qualification. So next October, Netball Europe will host the qualifying event. With England's ranking, they'll automatically qualify, which means that the other 3 teams that we've seen here, and possibly some others from the region who may wish to compete, will be all looking for one of those 2 places that the region has to get them on the plane to Botswana.
Definitely, they'll be fighting it out for just 2 places. I think from 2013 event with Scotland and Northern Ireland finishing so close together, it probably will be quite a tight run thing between Scotland and Northern Ireland again.
So there we see The Cambridge doing her job at goal attack for Northern Ireland. Score now stands Wales 26, Northern Ireland 11.
Good tip in defence there from the Northern Ireland wing defence, Chloe House, just delaying the Welsh play, making them reset. And a miss by the goal attack, Chloe James there, allows Northern Ireland to opportunity to bring the ball down the court.
So Northern Ireland being forced down the sideline of the court over on the far side by some tight man-to-man defence by Wales. Northern Ireland perhaps just hesitating to let the ball go when they see the first opportunity.
Completely agree. I think they need to give the first time ball, be confident in that feed and give it early.
Missed shot there. But Northern Ireland will get another go at it. Throw in the back line. So Donna Brady, your advice seems to be working. We now have some of our listeners' Jules on the iPad and it's working. So thank you for that. We are continuing to see if we can resolve the technical issues this end, but good to know that there is a way of seeing the match here today at the Aberdeen Sports Village. Wales currently on 26 goals. Northern Ireland trailing so far on 11. That was better pressure by Northern Ireland's defence there. McGee forcing Rowe to take a overhead, which just didn't work out, and Northern Ireland bring the ball down into their attack.
Yeah, good defence working together there. Defence had hands over the ball for the feeder going in, and McGee being able to put the pressure on the shooter, so she wasn't able to take it comfortably and fumbled.
Penalty for Bowman, which she misses.
Northern Ireland need to make those count if they're going to pull back this deficit. If they're going to get anything back this quarter, they need to be taking high percentage shots.
So as we run into the last 5 minutes, perhaps disappointing for Northern Ireland. Only managed to score 4 goals so far in the first 10 minutes of this quarter. And the ball finds its way into Rowe relatively easily under the post.
And she extends the lead to 27-11. Northern Ireland centre pass, so they'll be looking sideline again. I think some of the players seem to be struggling finding that sideline on the far side of the court. A number of them have gone out today.
So Welsh possession. Good movement down the court. Good front ball position there by Rowe. And she finishes off nicely. Well, centre pass. Good slot right down the centre. Textbook centre pass, as Maggie Jackson would say. And Rowe calmly puts that one away for Wales lead 29, Northern Ireland 11.
Northern Ireland having to work very hard to get the ball into the shooter in a comfortable shooting position. Bowman looking for the shooter-to-shooter ball there, but McCambridge was just coming back onto the court and didn't land before taking possession of the ball. Wales comfortably bringing the ball down the court. Northern Ireland need to get pressure over the ball.
So nice little interplay there between the wing attack and goal attack for Wales. Fine, go shooter again, Rowe under the post. And Northern Ireland really struggle to make any impression in this quarter.
Yep, I'm sure at this point the coaches will be keen just to get them in at half-time to have a chat with them, maybe make some changes. Try and delay the ball going into Rowe at shooter there. It's going in too easy. There's not enough pressure on the ball.
Just a bit late there by Skinner at centre for Wales. That was better. Nice use of the triangles. Centre found Bowman under the post. And we now move into the last 2 minutes of this first half. Big split landing by Rowe, managed to control the ball.
Cambridge with a penalty shot, which she scores, bringing the score back to Northern Ireland 13, Wales 32, and a Wales centre pass. Very easy feed from Bethan Dyke into Georgia Rowe there. 2 passes and a score.
So great ball slotted in there
by Louise O'Neill.
McCambridge under the post. So Northern Ireland not quite able to control the ball there. Sideline thrown in for Davis as we enter the last 30 seconds of the first half of this match here in the Aberdeen Sports Village. Wales versus Northern Ireland.
I think Northern Ireland starting to panic there, knowing that the clock's running down, but they should realise 30 seconds is a long time again in a game of netball. A lot can happen.
And there you go, Karen, as you were saying, only about 4 seconds left on the clock, but some very cleverly placed balls by Wales. End this quarter with Wales on 35 goals, Northern Ireland on 14. So Wales have extended their 10-goal lead in the first quarter to 20 in this quarter. What do you think?
I think Northern Ireland will be very disappointed. I think the girls are creating their own problems. They're not playing to their strengths. They're not giving safe, secure ball. They're not giving first-time ball. And the defence, as much as the players are working really hard, they need to put more pressure on the ball going into Rowe.
So let's actually go now to the Northern Ireland bench and hear what the coaches are saying to the players.
Rachel, you see in the circle, come high. Like just don't always take it, just mix it up, come high and feed off them and keep moving, keep rotating the circle. Once they get in the post, they'll just keep you there. Just come up to the top of the circle and then just rotate round with Clodagh, watch what Clodagh is and rotate round with her. Just don't stay there back at the post, keep it up. And remember, you've got to be nice and strong hold. And if you're holding, you keep plenty in the backspace and that ball needs to get up it nice and high there. Okay, you're still in there. Clodagh, doing really well. Okay, and you're running, I said, you're saying we're running and then you started that. So whatever you got to last time, keep doing that this time. You're after running in that circle. And I want you to rotate and do your further weight. Keep moving with that. When she comes in the circle, then you pick her up. Okay, so we're going to go 2 back on the shoulder, and then when the minute the goal attack comes on, you pick her up. Okay? Nice. All right, any questions? How are you feeling? Nice. There's a nice ball between you guys, and you're getting lovely turnover ball. We just need to calm down. Okay, we need to think and take a breath and then figure out what's up that sideline. Too many times that sideline is killing us in terms of losing balls, so we need to be very careful. Yeah. And it's because it's a different, it seems to be a different colour.
It's because it's wide, very wide.
It's the other line.
So we're very much hearing there the Northern Ireland bench asking their players just to calm down, take their time, just get back into the game. I'm joined here by Trish Wilcox, the Performance Director for Wales. Trish, your thoughts on that game? Wales clearly ahead at half-time.
Yeah.
Northern Ireland struggling perhaps to string some decent levels of play together. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very even. It was 7-17 and 7-18. Those two, so very even differential. I think Northern Ireland are struggling under the pressure. Christina and Fern in the defensive end are really doing well in there and applying a lot of pressure, which the feeders, I think, for Northern Ireland are struggling to see the space. So they're doing really well there.
And if you just look at the shooting stats again, Georgia Rowe for Wales, 17 from 17.
Yes.
Amazing. She'd have been disappointed with her 83% in the first quarter, perhaps,
Yes.
when she missed 3. But clearly Wales are using a very dominant shooter, rotating goal attack, but the balls are really going in there. So Northern Ireland, they've made a substitution at half-time. They put McGee out to goal defence, and Jenna Bowman is moving back to goalkeeper with more coming on at goal shooter. So what do McGee and Bowman need to do against that Welsh attack?
I really think they've got to work the space. Obviously, you know, we've got a holding shooter in there, and it's very clear where the space is at the moment. So for Northern Ireland, that's what they've got to mix it up. They've got to put a lot more pressure on the outside of the circle, so that at least those in-circle defence have got an opportunity to go for the ball.
And clearly there's everything to play for. We keep talking about this being one of the building blocks to the qualifiers next year for the World Youth Netball Cup the following year in Botswana. So
Yes.
Still a long way to go, but only 12 months before these teams are going to face each other again.
Absolutely.
To fight for one of those two coveted places.
Yes, and you know, obviously the next time under 21s meet at Netball Europe, that is the qualifier. So you know, there's a lot of these. There's about 16 within these two squads that are still going to be around for Botswana. So it's very exciting, and a lot can be achieved in a year.
Well, thank you, Trish, very much for your very helpful words of wisdom there. We are just about to start the third quarter here at the Aberdeen Sports Village, which sees Wales heading the game this afternoon on 35, Northern Ireland on 14. We've seen a number of substitutions at half-time. Wales have brought Edwards in at centre. Rose gone to the bench for a rest, I'm sure, no other reason for that. Hitchens come on at goal shooter, and a new wing attack in Skinner. And as I said earlier, Northern Ireland have taken Jenna Bowman back to goalkeeper. McGee moves out to goal defence, and Moore has come on at shooter. So we heard from the Northern Ireland bench at half-time there, Karen. They were talking about just moving the ball better, not making mistakes, almost playing their own game a little bit. Would you agree with that advice?
Absolutely. I think they need to gain some confidence. They need to slow the play down. As you, Teresa was saying, play their own game, not be dragged into how the Welsh want to play. Deliver safe ball first time. They need to play with a bit more confidence, but to do that they need to hang on to the ball, keep possession.
So here we are again. 1 minute in. And good hands there for Jenna Bowman, moving from goal shooter to goalkeeper in this quarter.
Two misses from the Welsh goal shooter that came on there. Northern Ireland now getting the opportunity to bring the ball up from defence.
So perhaps more feeling a little bit nervous, having just come on the court, having seen Georgia Rowe only missed 3 in a quarter.
It's a tough act to follow whenever you've been sitting on the bench and your goal shooter's scoring as she does with ease. Northern Ireland getting the chance to reset, take this again. Safe ball first time.
So we are having some success with live streaming. We are getting the match out to some of our supporters and spectators today. Not sure, we're still having some technical details. We are trying to work through it. We have a Emily Edwards fan tweeting at the moment. Good to see Emily taking the court. Morgan Ireland, welcome. Glad that you're able to join us on the live streaming. And don't forget, if you also want to give your thoughts and comments on the game, you can reach us on the Twitter account at Netball Europe using the hashtag Netball Europe 21. So more good vision.
Great tip
by Skinner, who's come on, found Hitchens under the post. And the gap now just up to 24. Northern Ireland yet to again get on the scoreboard. 4 minutes gone. Not the best start again to the third quarter.
Very slow start again. I think the coaching staff will be disappointed. Chatting to the girls, we're telling them safe ball, release early, and they're not doing that. They're not giving the safe first time ball. They're obviously unsettled. They're obviously trying to claw this match back. I think they need to recognise that the aim now will be to put goals on the board and to win this quarter, to challenge more this quarter. They're probably not going to pull this deficit back, but if they can aim to win a quarter, that'll be the target now.
So that was better by McCambridge. Takes Northern Ireland score up to 15. Wales ahead on 38. But
good work by Bowman and at goalkeeper there, getting the contact off the goal shooter by standing strong, hassling her a bit. Goal shooter then pushing off. So Northern Ireland the chance to work the ball down the court.
That's much better passage of play by Northern Ireland. Contact against Fern Davis at goal defence. And Northern Ireland have an opportunity to score, which they do.
Louise O'Neill finding a lot of space in the pocket there. Nice triangle ball out and great feed in by Chloe Gibson into Clodagh McCambridge.
So Sean Davis got a bit flat-footed there in the Welsh defence. Moore just needs to lift the ball a little bit more, which she does, and takes the score. Wales 38, Northern Ireland 17. We have an injury, timeout. Welsh centre seems to have taken a knock on her hand.
Yeah, it's a blood injury, so this won't go down as an injury timeout against Wales. If there's blood on a player or on the ball, the umpire have an injury timeout that doesn't go against any team.
And of course, you're absolutely right. When there is a blood injury of that nature, there isn't a time scale to allow the players to get back in, because it's so important that clearly, the rules about bloodletting need to be complied with. So the umpires will hold the game now until the player is ready to retake the court.
Yeah. So they'll just make sure that the physio has the injury well covered and that it's not bleeding anymore. They'll check the ball, check the kit, and make sure there's no blood anywhere.
So pleased to welcome Gibraltar back to the live streaming today. Janice, hope you're having a good day. It's a bit cloudy up here in Aberdeen, probably sun shining down in Gibraltar. We're looking forward to seeing you all in March when Netball Europe Under-17 Championships arrives down your way. So looks like we are just about ready to take to the court again. Last minute of patching up going on over there, we can see.
Yep, the centre has our thumb all taped up and we look like we're ready to go. Umpires checking, so we'll be back on.
And here we go. So just under 10 minutes of the third quarter. Wales take their centre pass heading into the game, 38 goals to 17.
Good tip there by Ciara Gibson, forcing Wales to reset. And then she's...
So this Northern Ireland side, although a little bit of a slow start, seems to be getting a few passes together. They seem to be a little bit more confident. So Northern Ireland, when you look at the squad they've got now, the 7 big changes all the way through this game, Karen.
Definitely. I think Teresa Gillespie is playing her squad. She wants everyone to get court time. That was a nice confident shot by Rachel Moore from quite far away from the post, not where she usually takes them. So that's how she's feeling. She didn't start today after starting yesterday. So this is her chance to show the coach that she needs to be in that starting lineup. So she'll want the ball.
And of course, your point about perhaps the lack of time Northern Ireland have had to prepare. I suppose the coach is really trying to see who's going to take the opportunity when they get on the court and who's going to do well. And here we go. We've now got the score. Still a big gap, but it's now down to 19. So positive for Northern Ireland in this quarter.
Definitely. It's been a much better start this quarter. Again, good pressure by the defence in the circle, causing the error by Wales.
So Northern Ireland need to keep possession now, build on their play in the last few minutes. Good space on the court being created. Welsh centre there, Edwards just offside in the goal circle. Cambridge missed that shot, but put pressure on the defence. So Northern Ireland throw in. She'll have another go.
Nice shooter-to-shooter ball from McCambridge to Moore there. Moore comfortably nets. Northern Ireland centre. They'll be looking to score off this to capitalise on the break that they've just made.
So much more even in this quarter. Passages of play between Northern Ireland and Wales much more equally balanced. Moore playing quite a mobile shooter. Not afraid to come out, rotating around very well with McCambridge.
Yeah, I think she's creating a lot of space for McCambridge in the circle. Be nice to see her stay in a bit more. Use her height, hold her space. Confident shot from McCambridge there.
So Wales now
And
38, but Northern Ireland closing the gap on 21. And very good defence, forced a turnover from Wales, so Bowman will get a throw in from the sideline.
Oh, well read there by the Welsh wing defence. Holland doing a great job on O'Neill.
And comfortably under Hitchens with a rotated movement to the goal circle and pulls that back.
Lots of movement in the goal third for Northern Ireland. No shooters in the circle at points, which is not where we need them. We need them in the circle.
So well played by McCambridge, created space and a great shot at goal.
It's much more like Northern Ireland to be happier with that passage of play.
So good centre pass by Wales. Just the last pass into Hitchens went a little bit wayward, allowed Bowman to get a hand to it, but penalty to Wales. Hitchens puts that one away. And that's exactly the type of unforced error Northern Ireland wanted to remove from their game.
Yep. Not the safe ball that we were looking for, but opportunity to get it back. Players need to be tied on, hands over the ball, put pressure on Wales, keep the ball in this defence third as long as they can. Which is good work. That's been 4 passes in the defence third there.
Great passage of play by Wales. Hitchin manages to put that one away at the second attempt. Wales 41, Northern Ireland 22. Wales perhaps just need to look after that ball, that last pass into the circle, perhaps just forcing it through a bit too early.
Yeah, I think the Northern Ireland defence are putting pressure on the new shooting combination of Wales, so they are making a few more errors now. It's not a straightforward going to goal, so that'll be what Northern Ireland want to do. We're a long way to the circle there. So the umpire advanced that penalty against the centre. It was deemed deliberate contact, so she advanced it into a penalty pass or shot into the circle. Unfortunately, Northern Ireland not able to capitalise on that, and Wales getting the opportunity to build from the back.
And as we enter just over the last 3 minutes of this third quarter, we see that Wales creeping back up, 20 goals ahead of Northern Ireland, 42-22.
Good work by McGee. Forced James to look outside the circle for the feedback in. No easy shooter-to-shooter ball, and Northern Ireland forced the error, forced the turnover.
Oh, well read by Welsh wing attack. Skinner there. Good first stage defence. Footwork called against Northern Ireland. So teams using that triangle option, and a great ball in to Chloe James. A goal attack by Skinner, who scores, and Wales come away again for another centre pass.
Northern Ireland will be happier with this. As much as Wales are putting goals on the board, they're forcing them to reset, they're forcing them to go outside the circle and set back to the transverse line as well. It's not going straight in off the centre pass, so it's nice to see that. Northern Ireland need to keep working hard, score off their own centre pass.
So teams have got just over 30 seconds in this third quarter. I think that was...
It was meant to be a shooter-to-shooter ball, I think. Murray able to finish it off. Wales centre, they'll be looking to take this to goal quickly. Northern Ireland will be looking to hold it up.
Oh, well played there by Northern Ireland. Wing defence really getting on the court. Johnson disrupting the play. Everyone's in there. They need to keep it clean now, Northern Ireland, not give away any penalties, which they do really well. Karen breathes a sigh of relief. And at the end of that third quarter here at the Aberdeen Sports Village, Wales finish on 44, Northern Ireland on 23. So when we go to the Welsh bench in just a second, what do you think the advice would be of the coaching team?
I think the Welsh bench will be asking their players to settle down. I think they'll realise that the changes they made that quarter, they didn't settle into it as quickly as maybe Wales would have hoped. But I would imagine she maybe make a couple of more changes in this final quarter just to get her squad on court. They're comfortably in the lead. She'll probably want everyone to get a run out before they play England tomorrow.
Okay, so let's go and hear what we've got to see from the Welsh.
and we're doing that.
Remember that, especially round that circle, it's on and off, okay? So let's just go back and remember what we were doing this morning.
Girls get a ball back. High. Points from the circle edge. Keep that high, release point, please. Don't Lydia, it's our ball, get a ball back. Alright. If it's our ball and you've just shot, get a ball back. Okay. Start drifting back as well on that transition, so make sure it's 0.9 meters all over until it gets into that defensive. Now they're tired. Fresh legs on. Let's do it.
So the Welsh very much talking about the fact they've started to drift back and they need to push forward, really get into the game, stay on their players and really come out strongly in this last quarter. Would you agree, Karen?
Happy with that as they have been with the first two that they dominated. So I think they'll be looking to set their stall out now in this final quarter and get a strong final quarter so that sets them up for tomorrow.
So as we start this last quarter here in Aberdeen, Northern Ireland, perhaps not surprisingly, have made no changes to their team. Very happy clearly with the last quarter. Wales, however, have made a number of changes. Brereton comes on at goalkeeper. Dyke returns at wing attack. Howe on goal defence and Llewellyn to goal attack.
I think it's interesting that Wales have brought on Howe into goal defence. She was the one giving quite a lot of contacts away in the first quarter, but I think Fern Davies in the third quarter there seemed to be getting called quite a bit by the umpires, so they're giving Howe the chance to go into the circle. And a new goalkeeper in as well with Brereton, so new defence altogether.
So Brereton was part of the Welsh team yesterday when they played Scotland. Bring some height perhaps into the circle, and that seemed to work effectively. Tip out to the Welsh players, bring the ball down quickly. Llewellyn now for Wales at goal attack. Sinks a long shot there.
Nice confident start from her, taking the court and goal attack.
So if you look at that quarter score, actually it was 9-all Northern Ireland against Wales. So it just goes to show, had Northern Ireland perhaps started with a different combination, we might be sitting looking at a different score now.
It could be a very different scoreline now. I think the coaches will obviously have the stats from each quarter. They'll be able to see what combinations are working well, and obviously leaving the same 7 on again to finish this off. They'll be looking to try and win this last quarter.
So let's see what they can do against that changed defence now for Wales, of combination between Brereton and Howe, a bit more height in the Welsh defence. Moore not able to capitalise on that opportunity. Good pick up there. And good positioning by McGee. Wins her contact and Northern Ireland possession. So Northern Ireland looking more confident in this half of the game.
Just a ball asking a wee bit too much off the knee there from Johnson. Not the safe pass we needed, but Wales back in possession.
And a good run out for the whole Welsh squad here, all 12 players taking to the court. And bearing in mind only 7 of these players are eligible for 2017, they'll really want to be giving everyone an opportunity as quickly as possible to experience international netball here.
Absolutely, the coaching team will be looking to see how the girls perform when they take the court in this environment. It's not something they'd be doing week in and week out, so it's nice to let everybody on the court play in front of an audience, and with this level of umpires and with the official bench, and obviously with the live streaming as well.
So again, players not anticipating where the sideline is. It's been a bit of a theme this weekend so far. I've seen a number of players doing that.
Definitely. I think all teams have had at least 2 occasions where they've gone out on the far line. I think unfortunately from our perspective, Northern Ireland have gone out about 5 or 6 times. So something they'll really need to walk that line tomorrow before they take the court, so they know where it is and they get their position on court.
And Llewellyn, again, nice confident shot. Gap just beginning to increase. Wales are currently on 48, Northern Ireland 24.
Great rebound by McGee there. Lovely position under the post, blocking the Welsh shooters out. Umpires are being tight on the obstruction calls. They're resetting play quite a bit. I think maybe the players would prefer a bit of advantage to be played on those.
So we've seen both teams really running the changes today, using almost all of both benches, although not quite. So if you had to give your view on the most valuable player from each side, who would you be picking out today?
Oh, I think from the Wales perspective, I think because they changed their entire bench, I think probably Chloe James, who started in goal attack. I think she played 3 quarters, was very consistent on her shooting, was great at feeding in, nice fast hands between her and the centre and the wing attack in the circle, and also good shooter-to-shooter balls between her and Rose. So I think Chloe James was the most valuable player for Wales. From Northern Ireland's perspective, I think Captain Katie Johnson has done a great job starting off in centre and moving back into wing defence. She's working tirelessly, she's contesting for the ball, was able to delay the play earlier on so that Wales couldn't get in this shooting opportunity just before the quarter. So I think Katie Johnson from Northern Ireland would be their most valuable player.
Okay, so if you are joining us on the live stream and have access to Twitter, why don't you send us your thoughts and see if you agree with Karen about those 2 MVP for the game. And of course, our views don't count, because in the tournament this weekend, the coaches will pick their most valuable player from the opposite side, and then at the end of the tournament tomorrow, we'll add up the scores, and at the closing ceremony, we will name the most valuable player that the coaches have voted for. So time out now for injury. Welsh wing attack, I think, just having some attention over there.
Yeah, can't quite see. I think it might be her knee. Can't quite see what she's getting work done on, but she's smiling, so it doesn't seem to be too bad. But chance for both coaching staff to chat to their players again. There's still 9 minutes left of this match. Northern Ireland will be reaffirming that they want to go out strong. They want to try and at least draw the quarter, if not win it. Wales will be looking to step it up and pull away with their lead.
And of course, live streaming really gives all these athletes, and I say that really proudly, these are athletes here who are playing this sport. And when people see netball at this level, whether it's under 21 or senior, they're amazed at the strength, the psychological ability, the skill level of the players. And I think having the opportunity to live stream through our partners really enables the world, because we do know we've got people in Gibraltar and Dubai dialing in today to see what netball's all about.
It's fantastic. It's a great opportunity for the players to know that they're getting the support from home as well. Live streaming was brilliant at the open event in May. It was massive all over social media, so I'm so delighted that we were able to have it here for the under 21, so they can get the coverage they deserve. They work just as hard as everyone. You're talking 2-3 training sessions a week plus match court time, and these girls are all at uni or all at school or working, so they're doing this part-time, but you would think they were full-time, the effort that they put in.
And of course we are looking at the future of the stars in the region. So in a few years' time, we know very proudly that England Netball will host the World Netball Cup in 2019. It's only 4 years away, and we could very well be seeing a number of these players take to the court when we get to that point.
Absolutely, very exciting for it to be in Liverpool. I would imagine there'll be sell-out crowds for every single game, and for the players from this region to be playing in front of their home supporters will be amazing.
And I'd like to say a welcome to Helen Manafort from Gilbert. Good to have you on board, and thanks to Gilbert for all you do for netball broadly in the region. It is much appreciated. So here we go, halfway through this last quarter. Wales on 49, Northern Ireland on 24. That last goal just takes them to the half-century mark for Wales. So beginning again to pull away slightly.
They
Karen.
are indeed. They're certainly dominating this quarter. Not going to goal as quickly as they did with Rowan at goal shooter, but they certainly are putting the pressure on and building up the goals. Northern Ireland have brought Emma McGee on at wing attack. So it'll be interesting to see her feeds into the circle.
So McGee started at goal attack and then went off to make way for McCambridge, and now returns at the wing attack player. So good versatility by quite a few of the players in the teams today.
It's nice to see. It's very rare now that you find a netballer who just plays one position. I think when they're fighting for a place on a starting seven, they'll want to show that they're versatile and be able to move to at least one or two positions.
So good rebound there by the goal defence for Wales. Howes enabled Wales to bring the ball down into the shooting circle. Llewellyn unable to put the ball away. Here the Welsh bench saying tight, 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 so encouraging their players to really stick
I think
on their opponents.
Northern Ireland had a good passage of play there in the centre of the court, not being put under an awful lot of pressure by Wales, so I think the bench will want them to tighten up on that.
And that's another good confident shot by McCambridge there at goal attack for Northern Ireland.
Double team on the Welsh goal shooter there by Northern Ireland, but she was still able to put the ball through. Much quicker release of the ball now with Emma McGee on in wing attack. It's going very fast from McGee to McCambridge.
So McCambridge is going to get another opportunity. Penalty. And manages to slot that away. So Wales 52, Northern Ireland 26. And apologies again to those of our viewers who are having some difficulties with live streaming. You will be able, of course, to get the matches from today and yesterday shortly after this game finishes. So if you haven't been able to see the game, don't forget you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe for free on youtube.com/Netball Europe to catch all the action from first 2 days here at the Aberdeen Sports Village. So the pace of the game seems to just have dropped a little bit, maybe the energy out there, the players feeling it, 2 days on the trot.
I think so. I think this will be the first that both of these teams have played 2 matches in a row in 2 days at this level.
So Burton called for pushing back into the shooter. Double penalty. And Moore will be disappointed with that.
Keen to get her hands back on the ball quickly again to make amends.
Nice
pop pass there by McCambridge.
Nice to see it competitive in the circle there.
Very. Good to see. Umpire's dealing with it well.
Oh, good hands from McCambridge.
Oh, quick hands.
Very good passage of play by Wales. And Hitchin comfortably puts that one away. Wales 54, Northern Ireland 27. So we enter the last 2.5 minutes of this game. $55 Wales, 27 to Northern Ireland at the moment. A few heavy legs out there perhaps at the moment, Karen.
I think so. I think, and there's a lot of umpire whistle at the minute. There's a lot of late contacts. I think the players are tiring. 2 minutes to go, though.
Well done, well held on there.
Much better playing by Northern Ireland. Moore needs to just finish those off. She'll be frustrated with herself after that and want to get back on the ball as quickly as possible.
So
doing everything she can in defence to get the ball back.
So the umpire advancing play.
I think Northern Ireland just need to settle a little bit on their discipline. They are obstructing, they are contacting. Bit of tiredness, bit of frustration, bit of disappointment with the score.
But these teams all have to come out and do it all over tomorrow, as we know. So Northern Ireland will be facing Scotland. Neither team has a win under the belt, so that's going to be quite a competitive game tomorrow.
That's going to be a big one for both teams. I think both will feel that they can win the match, but it'll be tough for both. Injury called by the Northern Ireland wing attack.
Yeah, it looks like we have another injured finger out there. Hopefully not too bad. 2 minutes for the physio to make a difference. Looks like she's going to come off onto the bench. And Northern Ireland introducing a substitute in there.
Yeah, so Emma Cartmill has come on in place of Emma McGee as wing attack for the final minute of play.
That's a very good, confident shot by Llewellyn. Takes the gap now to 30. So very good third quarter for Northern Ireland, but the
disappointing fourth quarter again. I think Wales will be happy with how their captain Llewellyn has come on in this fourth quarter. She's come on, she's taken a lot of the shots, she's created a lot of the play. So I think they must just wanted to rest her for a few quarters before the England match tomorrow. And although the final whistle's gone, it's a penalty pass or shot, so Wales get to take it and they score.
That goal goes in. So here at the Aberdeen Sports Village, Wales finished this second game of the second day, 58 against Northern Ireland 27. So a good third quarter from Northern Ireland, some good things to take from the game, but a very, very good game all round by Wales. Wales now have 2 games under the belt. And Northern Ireland, as I said earlier, will be moving on to play Scotland tomorrow at 12 o'clock. But first tomorrow morning, we see the game which will now determine who wins the championship between Wales and England. So How are Wales going to finish this game, do you think, ahead of tomorrow? What will they take from it?
I think Wales will be very confident going into their match tomorrow. They'll have watched England play this morning. England had a tough first half against Scotland, so I do think Wales will be very confident going in. They've had 2 comfortable wins, and I think Northern Ireland going into tomorrow, they'll need to regroup, take the positives from the third quarter today, have a good team talk tonight, get rest and lots of recovery in, and come out fighting hard against Scotland. Need to aim for 4 consistent quarters tomorrow as opposed to just 1.
So today with me in the commentating this afternoon, thank you to Karen Rowler, Executive Manager for Northern Ireland, for your views and comments. That's it from our coverage of this match. As you've seen, Wales have beaten Northern Ireland by 58 goals to 27. But please keep your views coming at Netball Europe and use the hashtag Netball Europe U-21. And remember, all these games this weekend, all 4 so far and tomorrow, will be available on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Netball Europe. My thanks again to our wonderful sponsors and supporters, Inspire Sports, Aberdeen Sports Village and Aberdeen City Council, for their support in bringing you this coverage, which has been a QTV sports production for Netball Europe. We'll be back tomorrow morning just before 10 o'clock when we see Wales take on England in what will be the decider for the championship, followed at 12 o'clock by Scotland versus Northern Ireland. From me, Lynn Carpenter, and all of us here at the Aberdeen Sports Village, have a very good evening and thank you for joining us.
Can we take on the day?